Hello traders, this is DAX recap video for Tuesday, March the 19th, and this was the chart that was posted before the open. In the morning notes, I said that we had this important news today, economic sentiment at 11, and also that as yesterday, main resistance zone here, main support again here, and I thought that since DAX tested this main support zone already yesterday, that we could see today some kind of false breakdown here, or maybe false breakout there on the Friday Monday highs zone. However, none of that happened. None of that happened today, and market really showed us strength from the open. Contracting markets like we had yesterday inside the 80 points, I said, are going to make a bigger move sooner or later, and that sooner or later was really today. So how can you take advantage of the move that is looking like this? So even this kind of things like bearish divergence that we had before the open, as said on Twitter, markets that are strong and that are trending higher, they can have several bearish divergences in a row, and only when market is really overdone, and that could usually mean hitting some really good large time frame resistance, then you can expect a bigger pullback or even a reversal. And today we had the test of the daily 200 that was acting as a magnet for some time. Now this move here, immediately after the market is opened, you observe two things. First thing, even before the open, you observe that the pre-market range was very narrow. So this was the range from yesterday and part of the Friday. So very narrow range, 80 points range. And now you have even more coiling here. Now you have just like 30 points range, or even less than 30, from 46 to 72. So less than 30 points of ranging activity in the pre-market. Immediately after the open, market fell down a bit just to fill the gap, and after filling the gap they didn't even test the main support and they were going up immediately. And that was really the show of strength. That was a show of strength for today, and if you understand that, and if you are aggressive enough and willing to try along here, then this is here is your long entry. Now your targets are, first target are here, and after you observe that we got a break above this range, now your second target is all the way to the main resistance. And why is that? Because if the market is going to break this range, breaking of the range, real break of some narrow range, will usually mean that the move is going to be at least double that range. And when you double this range, what do you get? You get a price very close to the main resistance. So that is the way how you can project what kind of move can be if market makes a break above this range, not the false one. Now we have a movement above this range, small pullback to the range and continuation move. But inside of that small pullback there was a news, and those news, previous news was very negative. So this economic sentiment below zero is pessimism, above zero is economic optimism. And these values were pretty bad, and several in a row. And now we had much better, although again negative, but minus 2.5 is much better than minus 20. Minus 2.5 is much better than forecasted minus 15. And that is good enough. That is just good enough for the bulls that are making a series of higher lows. Higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low. They are pushing the market up, and now they get additional fuel for continuation move. And from here you get a news-driven move also. So when you observe this, when you see that this is just a small pullback to the zone and continuation in that move you can jump in with your stop below the zone, and now you fully expect the market not only to go to this but to test this main resistance zone because of the range doubling potential. If you have the breakout above the range, you can double that range and expect market to go to here. And with that information in mind, even if you're not holding longs, not from here, not from here, not from anywhere, that information alone is and that kind of thinking is good enough for you to at least skip shorting this zone. Because if you have shorted this one, this was most certainly either a full loser or a scratch, because market provided just a small reaction from this Friday Monday high zone. And it usually provides a reaction from the previous day high zone like we had yesterday, but today we didn't. It was really just a small reaction. Now you must, for these two entries, for long entries, you must be good in the reading the market in real time. But for this trade was prepped. So morning notes as some kind of trading plan, they can prep you for some kind of setups like this, saying that main resistance zone is this and the reaction is expected there. So you know that in advance and you could be prepared for this in advance. But for these two longs, you should really be able to read them in the real time. This is more advanced, but here everybody can take really this trade. And now, because market shown you strength, this is main resistance, you had like 15 minutes time to get in the zone. You observe that that zone is not only a larger time frame resistance, but also a zone that wasn't tested from October. This is here, October 2018. And now it is tested, and it is high odds that you will get something. But because of the strong move, you don't really want to overstay, so you could just close here at the bottom of this broken zone, or you can use fib retracement because we are in the up move and we are going to use fib for the retracement of the up move of this move from today. Now you observe where the 38.2 is, where is the halfback, and that 61.8 is basically testing a test, could be a test of this range and this zone again, and who knows, maybe to the end of the future session maybe DAX could be here. But never mind that, because already is like past 6 p.m. and you should really exit here on this candle and get like 60 points from to here 40 and to here 60. And the bigger catch was really this, to hold your trade from here or from here for a bigger move. But as this was advanced setups and this was just a regular fading of the larger time frame resistance, so no brainer short from here. And this is it. I hope you had good trading today, and I wish you a good evening.